They say that the threshold for success these days, especially for big-budget tentpoles, is $400 million worldwide. A movie that crosses this milestone is more likely to get a sequel than one that doesn't. There have, however, been films that concluded their runs above this benchmark but weren't rewarded with follow-ups. The biggest example, for the longest time, was Tron: Legacy, which made over $400 million in its theatrical run more than a decade ago. A follow-up to that film, titled Tron: Ares, will be released later this year. On the other hand, Duncan Jones's Warcraft has no chance of getting a sequel, despite making over $430 million worldwide. Both films cost around the same to produce, as did last year's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which made a hair under the $400 million mark worldwide. The movie has now been overtaken by Brad Pitt's F1. The generally well-received movie didn't have much of a cultural impact, and the status of a sequel is unclear. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was supposed to kickstart a new trilogy, following Rupert Wyatt and Matt Reeves's acclaimed trilogy of movies. Directed by Wes Ball, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes grossed $397 million the worldwide box office, against a reported budget of $160 million. The film earned positive reviews and is currently sitting at an 8% score on the aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, where the critics' consensus reads, "Carving out a new era for the Planet of the Apes with lovable characters and rich visuals, Kingdom doesn't take the crown as best of the franchise, but handily justifies its continued reign." The film's box office performance fell drastically short of its three predecessors, the highest grossing of which made over $700 million worldwide. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes featured Freya Allen, Owen Teague, and Kevin Durand, alongside William H. Macy. By comparison, F1 has grossed around $300,000 more at the global box office so far. It's overtaking Jason Statham's Meg 2. The Trench as we speak, the movie will pass the $400 million mark at the worldwide box office this weekend, and will then set its sights on passing World War Z's $531 million haul to become the highest-grossing film of Pitt's career. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, F1 cost a reported $300 million to produce and opened to mostly positive reviews. Its audience score on Rotten Tomatoes stands at a near-perfect 97%. You can watch F1 in theaters, and stay tuned to Collider for more updates.